Sawadika and welcome to the Nation Talk. Today we are at the headquarters of Lamborghini in Bangkok, and I am so thrilled right now because next to me I have Mr. Stefan Winkelmann, Lamborghini Chairman and Chief Executive Officer. First of all, Sawadika.
Sawadika.
Welcome to Thailand.
Thank you.
And first of all, you are here in Bangkok today for the grand premiere of this beautiful, should I call lady, Huracan Technica. You choose Bangkok to have the grand opening here. What's so attractive about Bangkok?
Well, for us, Bangkok, Thailand is a very important market here in Asia. So we picked Bangkok as the premiere in Asia because it's an important market, because we want to cherish our partner here. They are doing a very good job, and therefore I think it's a good move to start again here in Asia. And it's my first trip after years, because after COVID this is the first market we are in.
So Bangkok is actually the first country in Southeast Asia to have this grand premiere. That means that our luxury market is actually competitive comparing to other countries in Southeast Asia.
Yes, it's not so important the size, because the size is always something which is then measured by the amount of people which are ultra high net worth individuals. But here we are selling 70 to 80 cars a year, which is a high number for a small brand like ours. And therefore, as you said, the luxury market is very important here in Thailand, and especially in Bangkok.
But for the past 2 years, Lamborghini sales, you have done excellent sales and achieved a lot of targets. Could you please talk about that? Did COVID situations affected you at all? What is your secret?
Back in 2020, when we were hit like the entire world by COVID, for sure we had to close down our factory. The people had to go home, but also the suppliers, all of our dealers worldwide. So there was an interruption of the production, and this caused a bit of a decrease of the year 2020 in terms of total sales. But the market came back stronger than expected immediately already in the second part of 2020. And I have to say that in 2021, and this trend is still ongoing, we are selling every month more cars than we are able to produce. So if you buy a Lamborghini today, you have to wait more than a year before you get your car. And this is a trend which is ongoing despite the war in Ukraine, despite the high inflation, the interest rates. So it's a bit against all odds, but we are still strong all over the world in terms of requests for our cars.
What about the world market right now for Lamborghini? Which continent has the highest sales? And what about Southeast Asia? How attractive is the Southeast Asia market?
The biggest market by far is the US market. The market number 2 for us is China. Then comes the German market, United Kingdom. But then there's already a market like Japan, there's Korea. So in Southeast Asia is a group of countries. They're very attractive to us, even though they have a high taxation. So if the taxation would be more comparable to the European one or to the North American one, this market would be much higher in terms of sales.
What about Thailand?
Also in Thailand.
Also in Thailand?
Also in Thailand, yes, yes.
So you believe that if we have less tax?
Yeah, we have a taxation which is up more than 300% on the base car of the price. So this is something, if the taxes would be lower, for sure we would have more volume.
Well, since today is the grand premiere of Huracan Technica, this new editions, could you please talk about its unique feature?
But this is a car which is a two-wheel drive car. It's a car which we are adding to our lineup. It's a very lifestyle but also performance-oriented car. So it has less weight than others of the Huracan. There's more downforce, and it's very easy to drive. So it's a car which is perfect on the road, but it's also very attractive to go on the track.
Mm-hmm. Could you please, maybe can we have a little walk and go through the little features? We talk about what are the new features coming in this new edition.
If we talk about the design features, we have a new front. So we have this Ypsilon, which is a design element which is characterizing a lot this car, and it's immediately recognizable from the front. If we look into the into the rear of the car, we have a spoiler which is helping to get better aerodynamics and downforce. You see that we have the view of our engine, the V10 engine, which is very spectacular. We have a new exhaust design, which is immediately also making it realizable. The engine is with a V10, as I said, 640 horsepower, and the top speed is by far over 300 kilometers an hour.
If we can say this car, who is it for? This driver, what is characteristic of this driver for this car?
For this car is we have, usually they're male. Unfortunately, we have very few female drivers.
Female?
You could join us if you want. But it's a car which is made for people who love the brand, but also which are very skilled in driving. And I have to admit that this is fitting like a glove. So once you sit in the car and you start to drive it, it expresses much more than your skills. And this is a very positive feeling. It's very forgiving, and it's also very fast.
And since you mentioned about that if we reserve today, how long do we have to wait for it?
For this, you have to wait more than a year.
More than a year?
Yes.
The colors can be customized?
We have all the colors you wish. We have matte colors, we have shiny ones, all the finishes you want. We can have. There's a very, very large choice in terms of colors.
How many of this in the world?
This is not limited so far, but the production will be a year around 400 to 500.
So Mr. Stefan, before we say goodbye to our audience, could you please take us for a little tour of
Inside
this new
the car.
edition? Inside the car, please.
So we opened up now the door of the Huracan Tecnica, and what you see is a very personalized car. We call it ad personam. So this is a car which is done exactly for the wishes of the customer. So it's on top of all the options. You see the finish of Alcantara, leather. You see the blue and the blue stripes. You see a lot of carbon fiber, which is making the car very attractive, but also very light. This is a material which is light and stiff, especially in super sports cars. This is very much appreciated. Then you have on the car the red button, which is here. Oh, you have the start and stop. Here you have the different driving modes, Strada, Sport, and Corsa, which is just by tipping here. You're going to change the entire setup of the car, which is very, very nice. You have the pedals for the shifting. To shift up, you go from the first gear upwards and downwards here. So if you go into the corners, so you have the rear, which is just by putting this lever in the back. So it's a car which is built for the driver. So it's all about how you can fit in like a glove, and you can experience something which is incredible and feeling at home very, very soon. So all the things which matter are inside the wheel or attached to the wheel. So you can really focus on the driving, and yeah, it's a driver's car. So this is feeling like a pilot. This is what we say.
Well, what if a lady driver? What if there is a lady driver? What
It's
are
the same.
the features?
It's the
Special
same.
features for lady driver?
Yeah, no, there are no special features. You can change the color for sure. There are all the colors which you can, which you like. And this is, if you sit inside, you have immediately a feeling that this is part of your body, and you feel safe and very performant. But please.
May I try?
Yeah, please. Hopla, ecco, brava. So.
Nice. Actually, before we say goodbye, I would like to ask about, you know, you have planned to develop more and more EV models. Could you please talk about that?
Okay, when we speak about electrification of our brand, in the year 23 and 24, we will first hybridize all of our lineup. So the first car will be the follower of the Aventador, a new V12 with a plug-in hybrid system. Then there will be the new Urus coming in, and at the end of the year 2024, we will hybridize and we will have a complete new follower of this car, the Huracan. So by the beginning of 25, we will reduce our CO2 emissions by more than 50%. And the promise we are giving to the customers is that the new generation will be even more performing than the actual one. And this is together with the sustainability, let's say, the promise we're going to do. And then the first full electric car, which will be our model number 4, today we have 3, will come into the market in 2028.
Do you think that with that new technology, would that attract the drivers who like to drive something fast, who love just, you know, classic engines?
Yes, because more and more the future is about sustainability. And as I said, so for this decade we will still have the internal combustion engine combined with a battery, and this is very much appreciated. And then we will see what we're going to do in the next decade, so from 2030 onwards. But we will keep as long as possible the hybrid engines for the super sports cars, and for the more daily drivable car like the Urus or the Force model, we will start first with the complete electrification, so with a battery electric vehicle.
So for today, Stefan, Mr. Stefan, thank you very much for joining our program, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to Bangkok.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Sawadee ka. Thank you.